Being a Bethesda fan is hard. It's very, very hard. On the list of hard things to do, number one is probably raising a child, number two is being an astronaut, and number three is probably being a Bethesda fan. We're almost halfway through April, and we only have slippery leaks and rumors to back up the existence of an Oblivion remake. And the big nasty cherry on top of that is the fact it's almost been 7 years since the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer dropped, with not even a peep or a whisper about it since then. But that's okay because, we've got 12 different versions of Skyrim to choose from, right guys? At this point, being hopeful and hoping for some news seems like wasted brain power, and Bethesda fans are going so insane that I personally believe that if Todd Howard farted during an interview, Bethesda fans would probably try to decipher it to see if there's any hidden meaning. What kind of tone does Todd's fart have? What's the flavor profile? Did it have an upswing? Was it like a... what was it? Was he farting in Morse code? And that's kind of how it feels lately to be a Bethesda fan. Just a fart, dude. It's just a fart. But, don't give up yet. And I'm not just talking about an Oblivion remake. Oh, no. I'm also talking about the Elder Scrolls 6, and that's what we're going to tackle first in this video. And don't worry, we'll be talking about the Oblivion remake a little bit later. Something has occurred to me, and I would like to share it, so here it is. As of uploading this video, we're only about 2 months away from some good news, because on June 8th, we're getting the Summer Xbox Games Showcase event, and I can already smell the copium comments. Hear me out. Just hear me out for one more time. Compared to what we've been talking about when it comes to the Elder Scrolls 6 and especially an Oblivion remake, I don't see this video as speculation. To me, making this video and thinking what I'm thinking, it feels more of just a good guess. You know what I mean? Very, very casual. It's probably a good guess that we at least hear something about the Elder Scrolls 6, probably some sort of teaser trailer at this June event. And by the way, this event in June, it's only 2 days away from the 7-year anniversary of Bethesda dropping the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser trailer. That trailer came out June 10th, 2018, and the Xbox Showcase event is on June 8th of this year. The reason that I think that it's a good guess is because if they don't talk about it this year, I have a feeling, a big feeling, that a lot of people are going to lose the interest that they barely had in the first place. To me, it feels like the only people still talking about the Elder Scrolls 6 are the diehard fans, like you watching this video. So let's get into the Elder Scrolls 6 first, okay? According to Todd Howard, and if you're not sure who that is, which you should know, Todd Howard is the big honcho at Bethesda. But according to Todd, in many interviews, they began full production on the Elder Scrolls 6 immediately after they released Starfield, which that's usually the case for most of their games. Whenever they release a game, like next day, full production on the next game. And full production means they've been working on it for almost 2 years, considering Starfield came out September 6, 2023. It's kind of insane how much time has gone by. I mean, a lot of time has gone by. I was in a completely different spot in my life almost 2 years ago. Without needing any evidence or any leaks or any rumors or anything, to me it's just common sense that they're ready to talk about it, or at least show it off a little bit. Like, show me some ankle, baby. Show me a little bit of ankle, Todd. After almost 2 years of full production and development, it would blow my mind if we didn't see something at this event. Obviously, this year, the Direct is going to be more focused on the Outer Worlds 2, which I'm super excited about, by the way. Very excited to see what they have in store for that. But I'm hoping they shed at least a little bit of light on the Elder Scrolls 6. A little bit of light, man. Even like a little whisper of a candlelight. And if they don't talk about the Elder Scrolls 6, well, I don't really know what to say anymore. Like, if this isn't the time, when is? Like, are we just supposed to wait until the 10-year anniversary of the original teaser trailer just to see the same mountains from a slightly different angle? At that point, like, you might as well just port Skyrim to a smart fridge and call it a day, brother. Call it a day. Clock out. I get that they're probably working very hard on it, but damn, dude, they need to communicate better. I feel like Rockstar is the only studio that can get away with being so quiet for so long, and that's because they make great games. They objectively make great games. Some people don't like their shit, but that's fine. Bethesda has taken an obvious turn in a direction that not many fans are liking. They need to be more vocal about updates. I don't mean they should update us every month, like, oh, here's a picture of Todd picking his nose, But it's been 7 years, dude. I was at a completely different stage in my life 7 years ago. That is ridiculous when you actually begin to think about where you were 7 years ago. Right now, pause this video. Where were you 7 years ago? If you're 18 right now, you were 11 fucking years old when they teased it. Are you actually serious? I'm getting pissed. But if we're being honest about the mindset Bethesda has, I think they know what's at stake here. They know how long we've been waiting. They know the memes. They know the frustration. They know the endless Reddit threads. They probably get thousands of tweets a day just about the Elder Scrolls 6. And they absolutely know that if they show up to this Xbox event in June and start showing trailers for new Fallout 76 cosmetics or some bullshit mobile game nobody cares about, I'm gonna explode. Actually, I think I'm actually gonna explode on stream. If they start talking about some Starfield update that's 500 megabytes that took them 5 months to make, I swear to God, I'm actually gonna lose my mind. I'm serious. If they start talking about Starfield, it would be like waiting for a chicken sandwich that I ordered at a restaurant, and then 7 years later, they finally brought me my food out, and it was a personal pizza with anchovies and pineapple on it. That's how it feels. That's what it would feel like. Some people might disagree with me. It's not just a game announcement anymore. It's an obligation. Like, you're bullshitting here, okay? It's the promise they made to us back in 2018. It's the reward for sticking around through every Creation Club controversy, paying. I already bought this ticket when I bought Horse Armor, okay? And every buggy launch, we've earned this moment, and we've waited too long. So even though it feels risky to get your hopes up again, I think this June might actually be something worth getting excited about. And not in the sense of a rumor or some leaker on Twitter. Like, this might actually be the moment that makes a longtime Bethesda fan finally feel seen. And hey, even if all we get is a 5-second teaser or a short dev diary, or Todd walking out on stage and saying, yeah, it's real, in his little Todd voice, I feel like that would still be enough to ignite the excitement again. And that's what Bethesda needs, and it's most certainly what we need. We need some excitement, and I think talking about the Elder Scrolls 6 at least for 15 seconds would send us over the top, man. Wow. How crazy would that be? Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about what you probably came here for, and that's the Oblivion remake. Because, oh boy, that one's a whole different beast, bud. That one's a different beast, bud. Oh, sure, bud. If you've been on my channel for the last month or so, you understand the ups and downs we have. I think I speak on behalf of everyone who is a regular on my channel, and it's the fact that we're kind of just over it. I mean, I'm kind of over the whole official Oblivion remake nonsense, and my eyes have almost completely shifted towards Skyblivion, which is the Oblivion remake that I'm way more excited for anyway. So, Horse Armor, if you're not excited about the official remake anymore, why are you making a video? Well, that's a good question, commenter number 358. I am making this video for 3 types of people watching this video. Console players, the people on PC who don't want to bother with installing mods, or the people who are just excited for an official release. And if that's you, then that's totally okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm here to tell you folks that if this month, April, comes and goes and we don't hear anything, then the Xbox Showcase is probably your last hope to hear some good news. I personally truly believe that if we don't hear anything about an official remake by the end of the Xbox event this June, I think it's safe to say we should pack our bags and go home. Time to sell the Xbox and buy a PC, my friend. Although that might not be what you want to hear, there's some good news. The good news is that if we don't hear anything this month and the rumors are true, like if there is an actual remake happening, then the Xbox Showcase would be the absolute perfect place to announce it. Although every single road that has led us to this remake points to an April release, I think it would make way more sense anyway for them to do it in June, and I'll explain why. April is great and all, but June is when everyone is watching. The eyes of the entire gaming world are glued to that Xbox Showcase. It gets millions of views. And it's not just Bethesda fans paying attention, it's everybody. And if this really is a full-blown Oblivion remake and not just some upscaled mod or tiny re-release, then they're gonna want to show it off on the biggest possible stage. Ever since E3 bit the dust, I feel like whatever developers want to show off what they've been working on, like this is where you do it. Every time the Xbox showcase is happening, it's like the #1 thing being talked about on Twitter for days. Thousands of YouTube videos on it. Thousands of people restreaming the event. They want crowd reactions. The YouTubers like my dumbass breaking it down frame by frame. The articles flying out minutes after the trailer drops. That's what a proper remake reveal deserves. So while it sucks to wait and while it sucks not knowing if it's going to be released in April, it actually adds up if they're holding on to it for maximum impact. I've been entertaining this idea of a shadow drop for a while now, and it made perfect sense to me why they'd want to shadow drop it. Sure, the hype would be insane, but it's Bethesda, and Bethesda loves money, and I think they're going to want to maximize this to the fullest extent if all these rumors are true. Now, what makes all of this even more interesting is the stuff that's been happening behind the scenes. The leaks, the code names, the weird Steam activity like trailers disappearing, and I mean, come on, like you saw that trailer get put off Steam. You saw the timing, you saw how quiet everybody got after it happened. I don't think it's a coincidence. You know, that's not normal. Something is definitely happening. Somebody's cooking something, and it smells a lot like Cyrodiil. I think that it's perfectly fine for you to feel some sort of excitement about this June showcase. Just contain it, you know, let's not freak out. Don't place all your bets that it's coming out then or even that it's real. Let's just relax. But again, if we get to the end of June and still nothing, I think that's the moment we just have to accept that it might have all just been smoke and mirrors, a dream that was hyped into existence. And hey, you know, maybe someday it will show up, just not when we expected it to. But at the end of the day, for the lucky people who have a PC, we have Oblivion. I've always been way more excited about Oblivion than anything that Bethesda could put out. But I really feel for you console players, man. I know the PC master race trope, it's not really a big thing anymore, but there's still some PC players who shit on console dudes every once in a while. And if you're a console player who's looking forward to playing a new and improved version of Oblivion, I just want to say that I'm really sorry for you. And I hope that all of what we've heard is true, and I really do hope that we get an official remake just so you guys can play it. As a Bethesda fan, even when it's painful, even when it feels hopeless, there's a reason that you're watching this video, and that's because we want Todd and Bethesda as a whole to have an upswing. You know, we need that. We need a redemption, and I think that we all really believe in that. So June is the last hope for the Oblivion remake, and for the Elder Scrolls 6 news, I really have a gut feeling, not based on speculation or rumors or any weird thing like that. I really, truly do believe we're going to hear something. They have to say something. You know, it's like, at this point, they have to say something. They cannot keep us in the dark for a whole nother year. I think they've read the room well enough to know that we're ready, you know. But anyway, if you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you agree, comment. If you disagree, comment. If you don't like the video, dislike it. Anyway, I appreciate everybody, all the support lately. The subs have been going insane. I feel like I just celebrated 3,500, and we're on our way to 4. Insane. But anyway, I'll see you soon. See ya.